I ran Claude Code's new Dream feature on a real project. It cleaned up 6 files, cut the memory index from 98 lines down to 16, removed references to files that never existed, fixed a contradiction between two memory files, and stripped out every stale date that meant nothing more. Whether you have been using Claude Code for months or you have never heard of its memory system, we are starting from scratch. By the end of this video, you will understand how Claude Code remembers your projects, where the files live on your machine, how to use the new Dream skill, and what actually changes in your memory files when you run it. If you are building anything with Claude Code and you want it to actually remember what you told it last week, this is the system running behind every session. Let's get into it. Alright, memory in Claude Code is simpler than it sounds. There are two pieces. First, Claude.md. This is the file we create ourselves and we put all of our rules in it. Coding conventions, preferred frameworks, and how we want Claude to behave. Claude reads this at the very start of every session. Think of it as the first page of a shared notebook where we write the ground rules. Now Claude.md works at two levels. There is a global one that applies to every single project. Things like preferred language, commit style, anything universal goes here. Then there is a project level one, like this one. We put Claude.md right in our project's root folder. When they conflict, the project one wins. It's simple. Now the second piece, and this is the part most people don't know about. Claude Code watches every session. What we do, the corrections we give it, architecture decisions, debugging patterns, and our preferences. And it silently saves those observations into markdown files. We never asked it to. It just does it automatically. And here's the important part. These notes are project specific. Each project gets its own separate memory folder. They don't carry over between projects. So if we tell Claude something while working on a project A, project B won't know about it. Let me show you exactly where these live on a Windows machine, step by step. You need to go to C drive, go to users, select your user directory, then open .claude directory. And if you don't see this Claude directory, you need to click on view, show more, and turn on hidden items. Then open projects directory and select your project. I've selected the real estate automation project. And here you will find all of these session files and a memory directory. This is where AutoMemory saves everything. And here's what's inside. A bunch of markdown files. Each one is a topic Claude decided was worth remembering. And one file called MEMORY.md. This is the master index. Claude reads this at the start of every session to orient itself on the project. Let's see how it works. So MEMORY.md is like a table of contents. It points to the individual topic files. When Claude starts a new session, it reads this index, sees what topics exist, and loads the relevant ones. And inside each of these topic files, we have just plain text like this. Observations that Claude made. Things like migration for v5 completed last week, known issues, etc. Now this sounds great. Claude is building a knowledge base about our project automatically. But after each session, here's what actually happens. Say this, the Superbase RLS issue happened 3 days ago. Now 3 days ago doesn't mean anything now. It should have been a proper date. You can think of AutoMemory like a shared office notebook. Someone writes notes after every meeting, but nobody ever reviews them. After a few months, you will find duplicates everywhere, contradictions, dates that say next Monday from 3 weeks ago. The notes are not bad. The problem is nobody ever organizes the notebook. And that's the problem. Now here's the fix. We are going to use Dream, a new skill from Claude, run it live, and see exactly what changes in those files. AutoDream is a cleanup too. It's a separate Claude process, a sub-agent that goes through our memory folder and organizes everything. It runs 4 phases. First, it reads the current memory files to understand what exists. Then it scans recent session transcripts for new information worth keeping. Then it merges duplicates, converts relative dates to absolute ones, resolves contradictions, and removes stale entries. And finally, it cleans up the index. Now Anthropic is rolling this out gradually. Now we are interested in /dream. And if you don't find it, like in my case, you can go to this GitHub link, just grab this entire Dream memory prompt, then come back to Claude and give it this prompt. Create a directory-based skill at this path using the following prompt. Keep only name, description, and allow tools in formatter. Drop the variables, then paste the copied prompt and run it. And once this is complete, you can start a new session, then type /dream, and you will be able to use it. Alright, now let's actually run this. And it's done. It cleaned up 6 topic files, rebuilt the index, and this is what it has changed. It reduced MEMORY.md from 98 to just 16 lines. Stale references were removed, factual corrections were made, for example, migration count updated from 9 to 12, and content was tightened. Now you can run Dream on demand whenever you need. And if you want it to run automatically, then you can run /memory and then press down arrow, go to AutoDream, press enter, and toggle it to on. And now /dream will run automatically in the background after 24 hours and 5 sessions. The automatic trigger is not based on hours or sessions, it's both. From the actual source code, 24 hours must have passed, and at least 5 sessions must have happened since the last run. Both of these conditions are required. So if you have 10 quick sessions in 1 hour, it won't trigger. If you have one long session over 2 days, then also it won't trigger because you don't have enough sessions. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried it and how did you find it? If you found the video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.